Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I have had my hair cut, and this is the first time some of you are going to see it if you don't see me on Instagram and Twitter. But here we go. How is it? How is it? Is it alright? Is it alright? It's really weird. I think there was more hair on the floor than there is on my actual head. Does it look okay? Does it look okay? Big thumbs up if it is okay. Okay, let's begin. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and thank you to start with. The response from the giveaway was amazing and we've gained quite a few subs, so thank you so much guys, it means a hell of a lot to me. And if you want to subscribe and you haven't already, please do. It looks like this button right here, and please give this video a thumbs up when you watch this if you enjoyed it. So I've not done one of these videos for a while, and it's a story time video, The Life of Rye. And this explains the green screen because I like to set the scene. I've only ever used this once or twice because I'm quite skeptical about using a green screen, and I don't know why I keep doing this, but it's really soft. So the segment is called The Life of Rye because it's the life of Ryan. Yeah, I came up with it myself. And basically we just talk about stories, scenarios that have gone on in my world, this crazy thing right here. And I expect you just to laugh at me because I don't expect any sympathy in these videos because I'm an idiot. I'm a walking, living, breathing idiot. So keep on laughing at this. So this story is entitled, I Nearly Lost an Eye in High School. Oh my god, imagine if I actually did. Oh my god, the ridicule, the torment. So let's start the video and set the scene. Go. So it was a typical day in high school and we had science class with Mrs. Oh my god, what was her name? I think it begins with a G or an H. It doesn't matter. Just think of your typical science teacher, mid-40s, you know, doesn't really say much, thinks she's it, and doesn't really get out much. And what is the one thing that you love in science class? Not reading through a textbook, not listening to your teacher go on and on and on, not watching some weird crazy video that they show you. It's science experiments. Everybody loved science experiments. You whack on your goggles, get your test tubes out, fire up the Bunsen burners, and we're so excited. It's really weird that science is brings all the craziness out of classmates. They see fire and they're like, oh my god, it's a fire. I've never seen fire before. Let's see what this little wooden stick does. Oh my god, that sets fire too. You know what I mean? Everyone was just obsessed with all the equipment. It's like they've never seen science equipment before. It's like, it's a Bunsen burner, just calm down. You know when they turn the little nozzle and it's an orange flame and they turn it, oh my god, it's a blue flame. Oh my god, the world's gone mad. Yeah, some people in my class were like that. So it was experiment day, and can anybody for the life of them remember what they were actually learning when we were doing experiments? I don't have a clue. I was just like, right, we're doing an experiment, yay. Oh, do you remember what the outcome was of the experiment? What did you learn, Ryan? God knows. Does anybody remember when you threw that jelly baby into the test tube and you put this liquid in and then it starts spinning, and let's say you put a purple jelly baby in there, it starts spinning and lighting up purple. God knows what we learned there. God knows. All I learned was jelly baby starts screaming when you put this acid on them. Or the Marge Simpson hair experiment. You start getting these bubbles really, really high, and then you just flame them and it starts shooting up flames and puts flames all across the wall, and it's like, what did I learn there? I really don't know, but it was fun to look at, but what did I bloody learn? So anyway, God knows what experiment we were doing or what we were trying to learn, but we were using plaster of Paris. It's like this soily kind of material, and you mix it up into this water and it turns into plaster. And I was with I was friends with her, but she was the most, how do we put this, boisterous person in the class. So yeah, quite rebellious. So, you know, when you get your science cloak on, you tie it up, and then you get your goggles, these cheap ass goggles, which they've probably been used throughout the whole of the day and people, and it's not been washed. And these goggles clearly weren't washed because they've got like, marks all over them, but like, right, they bring out a bucket and like it's full of goggles, so everyone's like, oh, I want the best ones, the best ones. And then you always end up with the ones with the burn marks and like the little splashes of weird stuff on, and you're like, so these goggles clearly weren't the best thing. Like, they were just like little plastic things and like a little tiny thin sheet of like plastic just to cover over your eyes so you don't get anything splashed in, and like little gaps there. So if someone's like splashed something there, it's gonna get in. So this boisterous friend of mine started throwing this plaster of Paris all over the place and thought it was funny, and like, haha, Ryan, yeah, and I'm like, haha, shut up. And I'm like really getting annoyed, and this person threw it again, and where does it end up? In the gap where the goggles were. It went through there into my eye. The plaster of Paris, which when you mix with water, sets and turns into plaster. So it's gone in my eye, and the eye juices are setting the plaster of Paris. So the calm person that I am, I was quite chill about it. I thought, right, I'm just going to go to the teacher, and I just ignored this girl who clearly I decided wasn't my friend at the time because she just threw something in my eye. I just went to the teacher. I was like, oh, Miss, God knows what her name was. I think my friend's just thrown some plaster of Paris in my eye. And what does the teacher do? You know, just to reassure me everything's going to be fine, she said, oh my God, Ryan, we need to take you in the back right now. There's me, not trying to panic, and the science teacher, who's clearly experienced with all this stuff, starts panicking, and she doesn't just usher me into the back room, she drags me to the back room. That sounds weird. My science teacher dragging me into the back. She took me to the, I don't know what it's called, the lab technicians room. You know, when you see those people in science class who aren't the teachers, but they're the lab technicians who just potter about whilst you're in class, and they're like, oh, there you go. There you go. I'm like, yeah, that's their room. She dragged me into their room and started getting out this hose. Okay, that sounds weird as well, but just stay with me. She gets out this hose, bends my neck, my head, into this sink thing, and the hose is attached to a tap, and then she starts pouring water into my eye. I'm like, like the water's not getting into my eye, it's going all over my face, you know, and this isn't the end of the day, this is the end of the school day, so it's getting in my hair as well, so I'm gonna like a right mess after this class, and yeah, it's just going in my eye, like all this water, and it's like, and whilst it's all happening, I can hear her, well, I can barely hear her with the splashing going on, I can hear her saying, oh my God, Ryan, if this set in your eye, you'd have no eye left, you'd just set and you'd just crumble. And then it's me thinking, like wanting to cry, and just feel like, I want to die, because I might have no eye. So yeah, that was all done, all water in my face, just like, what the hell's just gone on? And I walk back into class and everyone's looking at me, drenched, like a drenched rat. And at the time I had like sweeped, like a fringed blonde hair, pretty much what I looked like before this haircut. And you can imagine what it looks like when it's wet. And I just walk in and everyone starts laughing. So not only did I nearly lose an eye, everyone started laughing at me. So yeah, and let's say the friend that I had turned into an enemy, and that's all because I nearly lost an eye. So the moral of the story is, yeah, you can fall out with friends, that's absolutely fine, it happens, but when they nearly make you lose an eye, you really have to consider that friendship. If you're new to this Life of Rye segment, I told you they're weird, I told you I'm an idiot, and well, to be honest, it wasn't me that was the idiot, it was the friend. And yeah, nearly lost an eye. So it wasn't my fault technically. So yeah, you can laugh at me. You can laugh at this one. I'll give you that. You can laugh at this one. But yeah, it was their fault. If you got some sort of laughter out of this video, or you got some sort of amusement out of this, please give the video a thumbs up with the thumbs up button down below. It really helps out the channel as well. And please comment down below if you had any science experiment mishaps or anything crazy that's happened to you in science class. It's just really weird. I don't get science class. I really, really don't. Like, one week you're learning about chlorophyll and stigmata and plants and stuff, and then the next week you're learning about centripetal force, and then the next week you're learning about how they do it. It's like, okay. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It looks like the red button. Click it. Click the red button down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. And it's a vlog. It's a vlog. It's going to be a vlog next week. Are you excited? I'm excited. I'll see you then. See you later.